Hey guys, this is Kaizen here, and today we're going to look at some early game storage options in FTB Academy. So guys, the first thing we're actually going to take a look at today is if we get our quest book open here, you see the basics we've completed, so we're up to the next bit, and we're pretty far through this. One very easy next step is to just make ourselves a chisel, and I actually want to do that anyway to do a bit of decorating and some changes to our house. So I've knocked a little area through here, and we're going to get some storage going on in here because things are already getting pretty messy. So to make the chisel, it's pretty simple. We can make an iron chisel just like that. For those of you that haven't used a chisel before, while I'm hovering over it, if I right click and put in, say, oak wood, you'll see here that we can get all different types of oak wood. So I quite like the braid. I think that looks pretty nice as a flooring. So I'll show you guys that now a second. And I think we'll use that for our flooring inside the house, so I'll change what's already there. But if I just place a few of these down here, you'll see what this looks like. And obviously, it's a personal preference, so you can use anything you want. But either way, I think it definitely looks better than the normal stuff. Something else you can do is if we open our chisel back up and we put a braid in here, like this, then with our chisel, if we left click, that's it. If we left click a normal oak plank, you'll see they change. So that means we don't have to dig up this entire floor and then replace it. We can just do this, although it will use durability of the chisel. So it's not bad to be used for this. Where it's probably better though is, if I demonstrate with, say, a cobblestone here, what we'll do is let's get rid of that and let's put a cobble up here. And let's get some sort of cracked sort of effect cobble, maybe this one here. All right, and then if we're going to go around our building here, let's place that one back in. Where's our chisel gone? Essentially, we can just add a little decoration to the building, so we can add a few cracked bricks around the place as we go, you know? So it's not every brick, but it's just here and there. There's a few cracks in it. And it just, you know, it looks a little bit better, a little bit more, I guess, authentic. So that was the chisel quest complete. And actually, let's have a look at that, see if we get any sort of reward for that. No reward, just kind of gets us through the pack a little bit, which is fine. Don't always need a reward. So what I'm going to do is carry on doing a bit of building work with this extension here. So we've got a little sort of house for our storage system, and then we'll get back on camera to do the actual storage system itself, and we'll go from there. Alrighty guys, so our extension is now complete. It's not going to win any design awards. I tried to keep it kind of simple and functional. This is just like chiseled glass, and then the rest of it is kind of keeping in with the village theme a little bit. But basically it's just a big box, and it's a big box for us to put our storage in, but also then to get into some early game power and that sort of stuff later on. So basically what we want to do, we want to get into drawers, storage drawers. That's how we're going to do this. There is in fact a quest pointing us in that direction here, the basic storage. So storage drawers, but also making these things. So this here is like an iron chest, for example, and it wants us to make a bit of a chest upgrade here. So we're going to come into all of that. But the first thing I actually want to do is, if we look at drawers, you get this here as a drawer controller, which is quite a useful thing to make. And it's not too difficult to make, apart from the fact we do need a comparator, and for that we need quartz, so we're going to need to go to the Nether. Now that sort of brought up in my mind quite an important point, because going to Nether is something you guys are obviously going to want to do. And that's how we can do that pretty quickly. So obviously what you need is the obsidian, that's sort of the difficult part. But to get that, we can actually do it using our smeltery. So if we go over here, on one of the smeltery drains, where there isn't a faucet in the way, so like here, if we right click, our water goes in. And if we right click the smeltery, you can see there is our water. Now I'd have my lava up here, so I can grab a bucket of that out here, and I can then input that in there as well. And then if we look in our smeltery again, you see there, we have one block of molten obsidian, which we can pour out into a casting basin. And once that cools down, we have a block of obsidian. So we need to do that, 3, 6, 10 times, and then we'll have enough for our Nether Portal. So I'm going to do that, which is a little bit boring, but I just wanted to show you one of them. I won't do all 10 on camera. But once I've done that, we'll go into Nether, see what sort of spawn we get, and get some quartz to the comparator, and then move into the storage drawers. Well, our absolutely beautiful Nether Portal is now built, so we can go in here now and see what kind of Nether spawn we are going to get. Alrighty, here we are. Oh my goodness, look at that. I came here looking for quartz, and I found it. Straight away, right outside my portal. That's quite a lucky spawn. What I will do is grab some netherrack here, so that I don't have a big hole just in front of my portal. We'll also take a little second here to have a little look around the nether. So, looks pretty okay, not too intimidating. Sometimes modded Minecraft The Nether can be a very scary place. I think because this is sort of an introduction to modded Minecraft, they've been quite kind and given us a Nether that's not too difficult. Just looking at it, I could be wrong. We'll find out. Some Ardite there, that's brilliant. That'll be useful later on when we get into Tinkers a little bit more. Ardite and Cobalt. So this is Ardite, the yellow one. Cobalt is a bluish one. Can't see any here to show you guys right now, but I'll try and find some later. But that's stuff you want to combine in your smeltery to make manually, which is one of the best materials you can use for tools. So there we go. We've got a good spawn here in the Nether. We've got ourselves a nice bit of quartz. Now the other thing I want to do here is get my waypoints open. So what we're going to do is do a new one right here and make it a color that stands out in the Nether, and just put in there portal. So that way, whenever we're exploring in the Nether, we can always get back to our portal. We'll always have a way back. So that is a useful little tip there, guys. Highly recommend that you do that straight away. So I'm going to go back now, and we'll get into the storage drawer building and go from there. So I'm back at the base now. I'm going to look at getting into building our storage drawers. So I did say that I wanted to build a drawer controller. So we're going to have a look at that straight away. Here's the recipe for that. Not too bad, to be honest. You just need to get, obviously, the comparators and stuff there. Now, at the moment, it's saying we don't have the stuff for the recipe because we don't have the right drawers. So we actually need to make the drawers first. So the basic drawer is what we're going to make for now. We're going to make 24 of those up. So I had the stuff prepared. Oh, but I don't have enough wood. Okay, but basically that's the recipe, right? So you need some chests and you need some planks, and that's it. Now we've got that, we can actually make our drawer controller up here. Now this drawer controller, we'll place that down in the middle here. Basically this will control drawers in a distance of 12 in any axis, so 12 in any of the 4 directions from the drawer. So we're going to have a load of drawers along here like this. And actually I might mix it up a bit. So what I think I might do is make up one more of those drawers. So if we grab ourselves, let's turn half of that back into the wood there, to make up one more of these, and have these going along here. And I'll show you guys some other types of drawers as well, because it can be useful. So for example, here on the drawers, you can make half drawers, for example. So if you want to make a half drawer, I might not necessarily use this. See, it only takes up half the space. It's kind of compact, it's kind of nice. It also holds 2 items, but it'll hold less of them, obviously, than the bigger drawers. So yeah, so not something that I'm necessarily going to use, but just for the sake of showing you the different drawers, I thought I would do that. Something that I may use are these, let's see, these here. So let's make up as many of these as we can, which is, we've got 8 of these, okay, that's good. So we'll place them along here like this. And actually, you know what, I can live with having these gaps like that. So basically these here will take 4 different items in each one. So where that's useful would be for things like, say, your emeralds. You're not going to have loads of emeralds where you need to store thousands of them in a big drawer like this. So you can put those up in there, for example. Now I want to come on to why I've got this drawer controller. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some cobblestone out of here to illustrate my point. So let's say cobble, we're going to put that in there. What you can do is, if I right click the drawer itself, then a stack will go in there. However, I can also right click here and it will go in there. So right now there's 192 in there, 256 if I right click there, if I right click there, 320. So it goes up, in that way. If we double right click, it all goes. So it all went from my inventory, and now we've got 896 in there. So that will hold a good few items, and for the bigger items, your cobble, your wood, your dirt, that sort of thing, that's what you want to do with that. Now we did get a quest complete for doing this. I'll just see if we got anything for that. Oh, okay. So we got a storage upgrade. So these are pretty useful actually. I'll show you the recipe for these. So you can see here, storage upgrades, there's all different levels. So this will be the recipe here. So you're going to need the upgrade template, which you make like that. And then for a gold one, you need gold, and then you can use emeralds and diamonds and things like that. And it tells you what it does basically. So 16 times base if you use, for example, a diamond one, 32 times if you use emerald, and so on and so forth. So that'll be useful actually on there. So all we do is right click, and that's now happened. It's upgraded. If we right click, wait, shift, there's a way of, there we go, shift right click shows you the upgrades that are in there. I knew there was a way of doing that. So yeah, you can see at any time what you've got going on in there. So this is going to be our storage for now. It's an early game solution. It just requires wood, but as I've showed you with the bonsais and also with the tree fella that's part of this pack, it's not too difficult to get. One thing I did mention in a previous video, but I'll mention again here now, as soon as we're talking about storage, is the storage crate keeper. So if, like me, you've got a crate with loads of items in, you can put this in, And when I break this crate, all the items, actually I will actually just show you now, I think. So yeah, this is the best one to do it on. So if I was to break the crate, normally all the items go everywhere. So I'll put the storage crate keeper in, I break the crate, pick it up, bring it over here so I can transfer my storage easier, maybe I should put it down there. And this is why the drawer is kind of useful, because you can then just get your items out of here and place it into there. You'll notice when I open this, the storage crate key is now gone, so if I were to break it again, it would all disappear. So it's just useful if you need to move bulk items on a one-off basis like this. You see when I hover over this as well, at the top of the screen right now, it's showing me the different items that are in my storage unit. So it's quite a nice little facility, that. The other thing it does is, I think there'll be, a quantity key. So we need a written book, and we need one of these things, and I think I don't quite have enough gold to do that. Oh, no, I do. Okay, in that case, I will do this on camera as well. So let's make up the nuggets. Let's see what it is to make up one of these things. Oh, I should probably sleep. I didn't realise it had actually turned to nighttime. So I'm going to have this little sleep here to make it... Oh, hello. I didn't see you coming. That is getting really loud. Let me just turn those guys off for now. Okay, so what are we doing here? We want to make up this key, right? So we are missing a few things, right? Oh, he's on fire. Oh my goodness. There's a zombie in here. And a zombie villager. Alright. Alright, so back to what I was doing. So we need to make up these books. So we've got a book here. I might need to go get the quill and stuff. Yeah, that's going to be the only thing. So I don't think I have the written book, so I'm going to need the feathers and stuff to do that. I've got feathers. Do I have ink sacs? I don't think I do. Guys, let me get the ink sacs. I'll be right back. Okay, one quick trip of killing a squid later, and we have a few ink sacs, and I've made myself up one of these book and quills. So to make up our drawer key, here we go. We just grab that, and to make our quantify key, we do that. Now, why this is useful is if I were to right-click an item, it'll tell me how many of those items are in that particular chest, and I can right-click again to get rid of it. However, what's really useful, if I right-click the storage drawer, it does not just this one, but also this one, and it will do every single drawer in the system. So another sort of useful thing about having the drawer controller as well. It doesn't interact in any way like any sort of interface way where you can sort of open it and choose items to output. So you can just input items to the system and use the key on it. But I do find it quite useful, and it sort of looks cool as well, in my opinion. So that is basically what we're doing for storage drawers. I want us to make a compacting drawer. Okay, I'll read you through this. So compacting drawer, show items in its iron, nugget, and block form. So it's quite useful actually. Let me just check the recipe for that and see if we can get into doing that. And I can actually show you guys exactly how that works. So yeah, we just need a couple of pistons, which isn't too bad. So let me go grab the items to make up that stuff. It's iron, cobble's now over here, some wood on us I think. So let's get into this. We're going to want a couple of these. Not 20. In fact, I'll just make the 2 that I need for now. Oh, we need some stone, which I've got some of that in here from before. So there we go. Make this one up. Okay, now let's see what reward we're getting here. So we got, oh, wow, as if. Okay, so we got a quantify key for that. So I didn't actually need to go through the faff of that. But never mind. We also got status upgrade. Shows fill level. So this is more, let me see here. Grab, where did that go? It shows fill level, so we hold control. If you don't want this information to appear, disable it in the actual. I don't think I've ever used this. Let's use it on here. What does that do? Wait, if I take this out. Yeah, okay, so see how the red bar down the bottom there is going a ways along there? So it's showing you how full the drawer is. So when I put in the storage upgrade thing, this one, because it's 16 times, it makes it pretty minimal. So I actually, when I use drawers, I've never taken it, I guess, to that level of advancement where you do that. But there you go, you can kind of see. Now, I'm guessing this ain't going to work, but if you could put it on here, yeah, that would have been cool if there was a way of doing that for all of them at one, rather than making one for each one. I wonder what the recipe for that is. So it's called status upgrade. Okay, we'll check that out. I know I'm going a little bit off track here, but I also realise that some of you guys are here to learn a bit about modded, so I'm trying to teach things as we go. So there's a recipe for that. Not too bad. If it's something you care about, then yeah, not too bad. So we were in the process of making a compacted drawer. So there we go. I'll put that up here, just because I think it will look good on top of there. Move our torch. So now what I need to do really is grab an item like this and put it in. So we're going to need to use our quantify key again, which we now have 2. So see here, this is what it does. it gives us the option to withdraw the item in its three forms, being blocks, ingots, and nuggets. And it tells you how many of each you have. So it's quite a useful little thing, and that's where the quantify key can be quite useful as well. Certainly when you've got loads of different items going on, you don't have to do the maths, it'll do it for you. So you can put it in ingot form and withdraw it in block form, and vice versa. So pretty cool. So that's what the compacting drawer does, and that is now the storage drawers complete as far as the quests are concerned. Now, I made an iron chest a little while ago, and it's given me a little upgrade thing here, which we can just use over here just to show you guys. So basically, we've got a chest here, and we've got one of these wood to iron chest upgrades. We right click that, turns to an iron chest, which gives it a lot more storage. Now, for the quest, it actually wants us to make another one here, where we go iron to gold, but we need a lot of gold to do that. And it's essentially the same thing as you've just seen, and then it will turn that gold and we'll get more storage. So what I'm probably going to need to do sort of in between episodes, or if not sometime soon, is get a lot of mining done to get the gold required to do that. So guys, that is about it for today's episode. Just taking a quick look at a beginner storage system here on FTB Academy. I hope this video helped, and if it did, and if you liked it, then please do like and subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. But for this one, that is all I have time for. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.